Hi, today we're here with Jeremy Hardison, who is a senior planner at the planning department in Carolina Beach. And we're going to talk with you a little bit about what's going on with you and with the department here.
Sure. Something I've always been interested in. I can remember just growing up, and as a kid I would watch the local city council meetings, and to kind of know what was going on. So I always had an interest in government at an early age. And then when I went to East Carolina, I found out that they had actually a program in urban regional planning and development. So as a planner in a small town, you got your hands a little bit on everything. But my specific role is I'm on the Floodplain Administrator for the town. So I handle any type of flood-related activities, as far as insurance, the regulations, the mapping. Also, I'm the CRS coordinator, which is a community resource or community rating systems, which is a voluntary program. So each activity that we do in turns reduces the premium that our visitors or citizens and homeowners are
So I'm
paying on their insurance.
I'm curious, just what are some of these types of things that the city's doing to do that?
Some of the outreach, so we'll send out a brochure to everyone that's in a flood zone, letting them know what the risks are, what maybe activities they can do to reduce their flood insurance, if they could retrofit their house in some way, as far as maybe putting in more flood vents, or we're also involved in a FEMA program to raise houses that are flood prone to help reduce flood insurance as well, that are below the flood elevation levels. So we are within the house within planning and development. So it's a lot of development oriented activities as far as reviewing plans. Like you say, any new businesses, we help them with that process, and how to get started, and what permits you may need, and who needs to do what, and make sure you got all your approvals through, whether it's local, state, or federal, depending on what you may be proposing. And sometimes the resources you are kind of spread thin, so you are doing a lot sometimes with a lot less. We're actually working on a lot of quality of life things, like we're putting in a new greenway that's tying into Mike Chapel Park, going all the way to the south of the town limits on Alabama Avenue. So that's exciting. And there's been definitely ups and downs with the economy and building since I've been working here, and booms and busts. And right now we have a pretty healthy development pattern.
The boardwalk looks great.
Yeah. So we revamped. It was pretty much just a 8-foot wooden walkway that definitely needed to be rehabbed and rebuilt. Right. And now it's a 18-foot wide, with swings and benches and pergolas. I mean, that's really looks nice, and we've extended it blocks also.
Yeah.
There were a lot of vacancies at the boardwalk when I first here, and then if you walk down there in January and February, there was nothing open. So that's definitely has been a change where now there's not a single vacant building at the boardwalk now. So they're all filled, and a lot of it is there year round.
Now, you told us when you came to visit my office at Caldwell Bankers Coast recently that there are 18 new businesses coming in this summer.
Yes, and the list continues to grow. I think as we grow, we're going to have to eventually do something, probably to look at our parking and what we're going to do with providing more public parking. So there's going to be challenges probably with our road network, as far as our corridors on Dow Road and Lake Park Boulevard. Probably need to look at some redesign or some changes on how to better accommodate traffic and pedestrians and bicycles, and some more multi-mode transportation and options.
Right.
We are in the map adoption process now. It's going to go to town council their June 12th meeting, hopefully for adoption. And the impacts for Carolina Beach is a positive one because it is removing just over 600 properties from out of the flood zone. And there's also removing from what is called a V zone, and that's where your higher insurance rates are located within this zone, and that is going to be reduced from over 1,000 properties to just over 100. So those people are going to see significant reduction in their flood insurance. You would think that just driving around, as you mentioned, that wow, we're about built out,
Right.
and but somehow they keep finding land, and there's actually over 800 lots, vacant lots, in Carolina Beach, and we're also seeing a significant increase in redevelopment, with older homes being demoed, and of course newer homes being built. So I think that will be the next trend. We are going through a land use plan update, which is kind of your vision for the community and kind of where you want to go and what do you want to see happen and how do you want the town to be developed. We'll be exploring and having public meetings and seeing what we want the town to look like moving forward in the future. It is that community input. It's a very important part of the process. After July 1, if it gets fully funded, then we'll go to start having our public hearings probably late summer, early fall. Sure, we have several volunteer committees and volunteer programs, and that you can go to our website or you can call us and we can talk more about. But
So what is something most people don't know about you?
Let's see. I got 2 kids. 8-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Let's see. I got a master's degree from UNCW
Oh, okay.
in public administration. I have my real estate license.
Oh, no kidding. A fellow real estate agent. Good for you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking time to talk with us today.
You're welcome.
Yeah.